Kalista, you hear a familiar dwarven voice as the dwarf pops out of the hood of the dragon. You see none other than Vulcan, who appears to have Sister Arusha trapped underneath the clockwork dragon's claw.
No.
Anger. I was always curious about your emotional capacity.
Orrin will pat Kalista on the shoulder and step forward. Rasputin, he has met Sintamo, and he couldn't handle the truth. That is all there is to it.
The dragon, the clockwork dragon that Vulcan is operating, he rears his head and goes, "No, that is a bold-faced lie if I ever heard one. My patron deity would never do such a thing. Our cause was true."
It's the truth, Vulcan.
If you truly believe Rasputin's strength, do you truly believe that we alone could have taken him?
If this is the truth, if Rasputin is truly dead, then I will carry out my own final will. I will do what I should have done all that time ago. Scrap the android, and kill all of you, and make my escape.
Shut up.
And he kind of rears his head over again as you say that. Others of our kind who taken to the faith of various gods and religions always struck me as odd. What's even more odd is a Vishkanya psychic and a Hell Knight and an old hermit from an island nation. No matter. You may have eliminated the Mad Monk somehow. And he will have... He already has his rapier out. He kind of prepares it in a fighting stance. He goes, "Vulcan has tinkered and perfected me for quite some time. We shall see if you can truly best his brilliant engineering." Here, a crashing through the rooftop as Shagram the shaman
Oh! What?
descends down.
Why is he enlarged?
Why am I so big?
Why is he flying?
As you do have, Hunter, if you want to look over your spells.
What?
Cosmic form.
As Shagram appears to you all, and a very lunar light, stars kind of appearing on his feathers. He looks almost divine in a way.
Oh my god. He's literally me.
Perhaps when I win in this encounter, I might just remove the emotional capacity. I could use you again in some
What
regard.
did I fucking say, Vulcan? I told you to shut the fuck up!
And Trey steps in and he goes,
Wait,
"You've
you
got
say
quite the
Vulcan,
dirty mouth on you. I think we should remove her tongue first."
You too, scrap metal!
He's gonna... We're gonna roll initiative. He's lunging at this point. It is time.
It's time.
I'm...
Vulcan.
Oh.
It's
He says in Androphin, "If you are what Vulcan fears most, then give me the greatest fight that you have. Use your anger."
Kalista's just gonna not see. She's just going to... No.
No, I don't think so.
I'm trying to think.
No, I don't think I will.
yeah, no, I'll probably just go through his gut, and then with that, I would have also hit the injector.
Yes. And Trey drops the rapier, looks to you, Kalista, once before the blood flows into his eyes and he collapses. A giant hole in his stomach, but the injector is still holding on
Chicken wing.
because it is flat-footed. Alright, William the dragon, how do you want to do this?
2 health.
Bruh. William's just killing everyone.
Bruh, I'm a
dragon.
I'm a slam him into the pillar with my wing.
And the all three of its legs kind of snap and invert it on itself as you slam it into the pillar. and it collapses with a little weird, like, black ichor spilling out. You kind of brush a little bit aside, Kalista, so you don't accidentally stab her, and you watch Obaris as the claws are about a couple feet away from yourself, as you kind of retract your claws.
And I get frightened and I'm fleeing again.
And that will adjourn combat. But you do see the tuning fork that he has. And you recognize the metallic nature of the tuning fork. It is a infernal tuning fork. Shagram's looking to plane shift to hell here.
Oh. You know what? Cool.
Shagram's... he's going to hell.
He's taking the dwarf with him.
I think so, yeah.
Wait, how the hell does Shagram plan to get back?
I assume he can come back with the fork.
Well,
yeah, Shagram doesn't strike me as the type to stay in hell.
perhaps the trip will do the dwarf some good.
What was your deal with Rasputin to begin with?
Beyond just being a capable warrior, fine-tuned by Vulcan, I was just looking for a good fight, to see if there were any good warriors. After all, I was built with that purpose in mind, to fight Vulcan's enemies. Nothing more, nothing philosophical, simple as.
I suppose I cannot really judge you for that, but I think you should consider fighting for a better cause, or at least a better master.
The merciful king, the Vulcan harps and claims that he isn't, but
What did Vulcan tell you? I'm curious
that
now.
the Arcturus is naive and an idealist, and that cold, calculating industrialism was not something he was a fan of.
Funny how you would say that, yet his kingdom thrived.
He'll shrug, and he'll say, if it's thriving, it goes to show Vulcan was wrong. Nothing more, nothing less. And he kind of tilts his head back up against the wall.
I don't want to assume, but for I don't know much about androids, but we organics don't come to life with a purpose either. We find our own. I believe constructs and humanoids have it in common. Whether we came from a mother's womb or simply constructed in a factory.
I'll give you that much, Vishkanya. If the King of Karhai is merciful, and I find, or at least he gives me a purpose, or I find it, doesn't matter, then maybe I can change my ways. We shall see. He takes his healing and he goes, why? After the insults he and I hurled at you?
Let's put those in the past for now, because the past doesn't really matter. Anyone is able to change themselves and to be redeemed in a way.
I see Arcturus has rubbed off on you. You love him, don't you? More than anything in this world.
I love him as much as a child would love their own parents.
He nods. Not sure if he nods with any understanding or not, but he accepts your answer.
Shagram, you don't seem like the kind of person who just travels to hell. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here.
By all means, Shagram, we don't mean to interrogate you. We just are simply curious. You seem to take off in quite a hurry.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to get this done right quick. It's only gonna be like an in and out type thing, like a delivery of sorts.
Are you just going to take him as a sort of punishment?
Kinda. There's someone there that wants to see him, so I'm just taking him there and then coming right back. Ain't gonna be
Delivery?
nothing.
Who's the delivery for, though?
Old acquaintance of his. Guess they had a falling out. Never met him.
And did he... I know you said that he told you to bring Vulcan here to him. Did he perhaps explain why, or just told you that's what you should do? Again, Shagram, I'm not trying to interrogate you. To be quite honest, I care not for Vulcan. He is an evil man, and perhaps being in hell, of all places, is where he belongs.
Yeah. Never met the guy. Never talked to him either. So this is gonna be a first.
5 minutes? 10 minutes?
They were indeed quick to act.
They had... She kind of looks over to the brain collector. These things were invisible. They were sitting up on the rooftop and the ceiling of the temple. They had disabled and dispelled the magic protecting the temple.
Rest assured, Rasputin is no more.
Yes, he's... TLDR, he's been taken care of.
And you see Angelina, she goes, "Oh, thank God for that, am I right?"
Callista will turn around. Wait. Callista will turn around.
Oh my God.
and go.
Well,
I gotta go back to Kaylani, because she's around the city.
Is she now?
Yeah, she said, I gotta go talk to, the nomad fella, guy with the nice gun.
Talk to him about what, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, she says there's some, like, recovery efforts. Apparently they've been winning whatever's going on in floor 4. They've been, because apparently it's been largely left abandoned after what happened with that nomad taking over, right? I think.
That's true. And we did deal with the Quatoid that was residing on the 4th floor.
Oh, the Quatoid, he's helping out.
No, not the Quatoid, my bad, the Quailons.
Yeah, no, the Quatoid, I heard, is helping out.
Is he really?
Yeah, he said he fought, I think he said he fought you guys, like, twice, and he didn't want to do that anymore.
Well, this just goes to show that anyone can be redeemed.
As they might say in your tongue, William, what the hell? and he's gonna touch Shagram on the back.
God.
Yeah, that's pretty damn funny. You know what? Yeah, I'll put a hand on Shagram's shoulder and be like, yeah, fuck it.
what?
And so, as you all plane shift, this is what you see.
Oh, this is fancy.
As you all...
Whoa.
What the fuck?
Oh, he's pretty.
Is that Cthulhu?
What are those things?
Yeah, I mostly wanted to see him, I'm not gonna lie.
And
First of all, said he was pretty, and I was like, whatever. That's all.
The
I
Rock
say
reacts.
no more.
Damn, he was right. He's not handsome. He is pretty.
Yep.
Is there alright, or you want me to bring him all the way up there?
No. From here it's fine. But I must inquire who... You come here alone, and with a tuning fork, which means... It must have been Vulcans. Are you working with anyone else beyond these two?
I'm here on behalf of my friend, the new ruler, the new king, I guess, of the Silver Hole.
King of the Silver Hand. Is that no longer the one they call Wilhelm Reitor?
Yeah, he's, well, gone.
Ah, so this nomad fellow, he's usurped him, correct?
Yeah, so, I guess you've heard.
What's he looking to gain from this orc? What sort of reward are you looking for?
Shagram's just gonna shrug. Be like, I don't know. Just asked to keep an eye out for this guy and found him and brought him here. Realized that he wasn't told much else. He'll rub his chin. He'll nod his head a couple times pensively. And understanding. Be like, I have no idea.
Okay. How is my grandson?
Kind of cock his head a little to the side.
Oh,
Yeah. Your grandson?
My visage does not evoke an individual you had met.
Oh my god. Bronte.
No way.
The resemblance is uncanny.
I'm stalling for time.
Yeah, I can tell. He asked you, how is his grandson?
Shit, when was the last time I even saw him?
It's been a while for you. Are we allowed to answer?
You know, it's not like you guys are forcibly quiet. If you want to say something, because Shagram's
recall knowledge to recall when I last saw that dude.
You can make a society check.
Society.
if I'm assuming correct, sir, are you speaking of Ariel?
He kind of smiles at you and goes, "Oh, you're Violet's favorite toy."
Oh,
"Yes, indeed I am." And Shagram, you kind of recall, you're like, it's been maybe 2 weeks? Maybe?
he means the Terran's son.
Mm-hmm.
And, he looks over and goes, I've not spoken to my son, though, his father, for quite some time. You know, it's interesting to see. A Hell Knight, an old wizard here. And he sidesteps around you, Shagram, to look at Obaris. He kind of looks up at Obaris, because Obaris is 6'8". And, he says,
Man, if I was playing any other character. Ooh, man. Ooh.
I understand this feeling well. This is the second time Percy has done this, and I have realized, fuck, I'm related to this guy too.
This is all Shagram. We just
nonsense. You are here with him. I would suppose that a reward would be needed. Even if he was the one to cast the ritual, I suppose. Of course, Master Obaris is, I'm sure, capable of casting the spell as well, but you're here, you're his allies, are you not?
We are, but
But
I must confess, I simply joined Shagram out of pure curiosity, and sort of egged William here into it as well.
yeah, my condition was if Obaris was going, I felt like I had to go too, just to see what was going on.
Sharon's gonna look over his shoulder and message these two and be like, "Well, aren't you lucky? Might as well get a reward while you."
I'm just gonna start nodding along and be like, yeah, that's... I appreciate that.
And Obaris will sort of look towards Seir and say, as for myself, I'm quite a simple man. I don't ask for much, but if you're extending your one-time company towards Shagram here, consider your gift to him the same towards me. Let us say, the presence of a div such as yourself is quite a rare occurrence. And I'm sure if we ever summon you, it would be in a time of need. That is sufficient enough for myself.
And back to whence you teleported from.
And Obaris will kind of perk up and sort of bow and say, thank you for having us in your company.
Of course, the pleasure is mine. I look forward to seeing the two of you. And of course, you as well, William. I hope Violet treats you well. You're a good man. And I hope the terrors he causes does not corrupt your heart. Nor the rest of you, of course.
Fellas, I gotta be real. I've got nothing but mixed signals from people from Hell. Are we sure Hell's full of bad people?
Yeah, man. What the fuck? Everybody we've met is kind of chill.
Listen, just because everyone in Hell is bad guys doesn't mean that they're bad
guy.
Say, William, you were a soldier, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw a certain glimmer in your eyes when you took over that dragon. Did you ever consider, during the war, getting in one of those, what are they called, a tank?
Nah, I was never tanker. That wasn't, I mean, I respected the hell out of those guys. It was going around in a big metal coffin. Granted, it could do some damage, but honestly, I always felt like you'd be able to claustrophobic. You got like 5 other guys in there with you.
Nowhere near as fun as an entire dragon to yourself.
I'm not gonna lie, Obaris. I am in a full suit of armor and I just controlled a dragon.
I mean, I'm assuming Shagram is not able to figure out how that works.
Make a medicine check or make a nature check.
No. It's medicine. It's gotta be.
No, because he can use. He's got the 1 feat that lets him use nature.
True. Nature. And the birds and the bees are the most natural form of medicine.
Natural medicine.
How can it be the birds and the bees if there's 2 bees?
Oh my god, he knows. He knows.
Way.
I am the master of how sex works.
After all of
the student has
trolling that
surpassed
has
the master.
happened tonight, this is the 20.
As you said, Hunter, truly, the student has surpassed the master.
We have nothing more to teach you.
You are now the sex master. Congratulations, Shagram.
Just like change. Like instantly.
Oh, do you mean my physiology? Of course.
Yeah. That's fascinating. Like as soon as you want, like it's just like that and it's done.
At this point, yeah, I've lived long enough that I can do it quite with ease.
Could you show me?
He kind of raises an eyebrow very curiously at you and goes, perhaps when you next visit, or the next couple of visits, keeps you an incentive to keep coming back.
Alright. And he'll, like, bow again, and then, like, kind of, like, half skip over to the door.
Time after doing so much for the Silver Hunt, not necessarily for my own sake, but regardless of your intentions, the androids in the Silver Hunt, they are going to prosper with Nomad leading them, and my administrator is pleased with the results. I gave you this gold. I hope it is more than enough to compensate what you had to endure, and I wish you all a happy future. Eru shines upon you, it seems.
It's much appreciated, Haldir, and it's good to see you. I apologize for being so curt with you in our last encounter.
No. 'Tis true. Most of this had fallen upon me, and if I had been more transparent, you would have all been more inclined to trust me. It is my fault. I will not make any excuses for it. The city, the center of the universe. Well, I wish you the best of luck. And, Mr. Obaris, if you need help, feel free to send me a message. I'll be happy to aid you as well.
Of course, and the same goes for me. And if you if you're ever wandering, you need a place to stay, well, the Kingdom of Kahai will always have open arms for you. I'll see to it.
And certainly we have not forgotten about your sacrifice that made all of this possible. Surely, at some point, you'll need some good friends in your service of the Ouroboros. Feel free to contact myself and, I'm assuming, Kalista and anyone at any time.
I will take your offers into consideration. Until then, Miss Kalista, Mr. Obaris, Mr. Haldir, it was pleasant knowing you, and I hope I will get to meet you on the same terms again.
Oh, of course.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, and here, and she'll take 500 gold pieces out of the
2,500?
2,500 that she got from Haldir and give it to a bishop probably and go like, it's I don't know how much the repairs will be for the church, but I hope this will be a suitable donation.
Thank you again, Kalista. You've proven to be far more kind and far more gracious than I had expected after my, well, chance encounter with an emanation of Eru, I think. I'll count my blessings. Please, you're welcome here at any time.
I appreciate that. And she will bow one more time and make her way back over.
I shall try to acquire both for such a preparation. Haha.
That would be much appreciated, my friend.
He will smile. He looks up at Bernard. Bernard approves. He'll smile.
Maybe being old friends with that fellow Al-Rashid is finally starting to pay off.
Oh yes, he is quite a bit odd, but he assures me that he has been working with the Minotaur Nalcian, and that once this is all over, they will make an expedition to Kurzai.
Do I know what that is?
Oh, that's like the undead nation.
Oh, okay.
Once again, ties into next week probably.
Wow. Holy
Dude,
shit.
you said it yourself.
Foreshadowing.
Dude.
Dude, I'm a bit of a writer, you know.
this guy.
I can do that.
Yeah, like I said, much better gig than fighting in a war right now. And plenty of things to fight out in hell, but you know, like I said, you'll do just fine. I made it sound like I was gonna wrap you around on my finger and get you to do the worst, horrible things. But I'm just fucking with you. You're too much of a goody two-shoes to do any of that.
Also, clarification. I assume I'm keeping the dragon.
Yeah, of course. Please, actually, flaunt that shit around. Actually, flex on some of the people, you know. Let them know you got a fucking dragon. Let them know you don't want, you know, not to fuck with you. Flaunt it around, you know. Show them you got some big ass balls, William.
I'm gonna turn around and stare at it and go,
I got a fucking dragon. Yeah, I guess I will.
And he will stand up, will pat you on the shoulder. He goes, alright boy, go off.
I'll nod, and just head back.
I'm assuming that this whole time we've been kind of making small talk.
Yeah.
During the small talk, I will say, Kalista did also invite King Nomad himself, praise be, back to Karhag for what I assume. I don't know. There's probably gonna be a feast by the time Kalista gets back there.
Gotcha. And Nomad will accept.
Upon seeing William return, Obaris will pull a Professor Farnsworth and go, "Good news, everyone!" I'm sorry. I had to get that out of my system.
Alistair's been holding that in.
Good news, everyone!
Yaga's continual defeat had aroused the ire and the attention of one Rasputin, and in his attempt and quest to gain revenge on his mother, had used his 2 sons to wage a long-term covert war, but with the assistance of Arcturus and Kalista, of an orc shaman named Shagram, of a mercenary from Ulo named Rover, a Vishkanya from Heorg named Orrin, a lore master of Vinyamar. All of you had come together to defeat Rasputin. The truth had consumed him and had killed him, for he has been nothing but lies, and he could not see the truth, as he had been blinded by his own lies. Tarkil, your names are spread around, not just in this city, but across the country of Saranya, and eventually the word begins to reach the shores of southern Welland to western Sayweld, the proud pyre in Kiyosuke, to the Grand Princess in Highever. They all begin to hear of a group of heroes who had defended a temple of God and had killed a madman. The Duchess Anastasia also rewarded you all and has assured you that your presence would be more than welcomed in her city once again. And you all eventually take up on Obaris' offer and travel to Vinyamar. You all come back to the beach, or you all arrive on the beaches of Vinyamar, and just as Obaris had envisioned with his mitre communion, you all relax and feel at ease and peace, and you're in good company. And that is where we'll end the campaign.